Disclaimer: this is an imaginary story. Please don't relate it with any idol or any other person. It's nothing related to anyone's life. It's pure work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Whatever pics are shown in this story, they all have been taken from Google and Pinterest. The credit for them goes to their real owner. Storyline and voice are mine, so please don't copy that. In a city ruled by power and secrets, where every life has a price, a child was born into danger he never asked for. An innocent soul marked by a legacy he didn't choose, and enemies who would stop at nothing to erase him from this world. No one knew who would save him. No one knew that fate would bring two unlikely strangers together, and that survival would awaken something far more dangerous than the enemies lurking in the dark. A serious mafia meeting was going on in a big conference room. A man in black hood standing near the big screen. He was the rival mafia king, Kang Ziha. Mafia 1. Why did you call us this urgently? Mafia 2. Yeah, has the sky fallen? You didn't even let us celebrate our victory. Kang Ziha. Victory? Defeating small mafias, you are thinking you caught a big fish? Mafia 3. There isn't a big fish. We have already destroyed the biggest empire of the Mafia King, Minchuga. Mafia 1. Now, which new mafia has come to the field to stand in front of us? We are the biggest mafia union. Mafia 2. No one has the courage to make an enmity with us. Mafia 3. Yeah, no one will be able to forget the death of Mafia King Minchuga. Kangxiha. That's the difference between you and me. Mafia 1. What do you mean? Kangxiha. When you all were busy in party and celebrating the victory of Mafia King's death, I was busy in searching our biggest threat. Showed the kids pic. Mafia 2 laughed. What the biggest threat you have found out? Mafia 3. We haven't had such bad days that we would kill a child. Mafia 1. This helpless tiny creature. How can you even think that he can be a danger for us? Mafia 2. He hasn't even learned to walk or talk properly yet. How will he fight to us? Mafia 3. I think you really need a vacation. You still haven't been able to digest the Mafia King's death. Come to my farmhouse where you will get drugs, alcohol, and chicks. Winked with smirk. Mafia 1. Go and enjoy heaven. You really need that. Kangxiha angrily picked the chair and threw it on the floor. Ah! You all dumb people! Your mind has gone crazy in partying and debauchery. Do you even know who this boy is? He is the heir of Mafia King Minchuga. Mafia 2. But how is this possible? You yourself locked him and his pregnant wife in the small house and set it on fire with your own hands. I was right there and hearing their screams. I didn't leave the place. Mafia 3. Yeah, we killed him with planning. We first attacked on his pregnant wife, and when he came to protect her, we attacked him. Mafia 1. He fought like a true warrior. He single handedly killed more than half of our men, and that too without a weapon. We have to unite to kill him. Mafia 2. And that too by deception. There wasn't any part of his body that wasn't bleeding, but then also he protected his wife. He didn't let anything to happen his wife and baby. When he was running for a safe place, I helped him and brought him the house of liquor. I left from there on the pretext of asking for help. I myself gave you the torch. Kangxi, huh? Ah! Stop reciting his bravery. I know that I was the one who lightened up the house. I also heard their screamings, but don't know how he escaped from there with his wife. He fooled us again. This boy is his heir. We can't afford to spare him. Mafia 2. What can this tiny creature do to us? Mafia 1. You are seriously afraid of him? Mafia 3. There is no need to be afraid of him. It doesn't suit you. He can't harm us in any way. Kangxi, huh? I know right now he can't harm us, but we shouldn't forget that he is the son of Mafia King Mint Sugar. His blood flows in his veins. We can't make the mistake of underestimating him before that little boy grows up and takes revenge on us, search for him and kills him. We can't afford to make a little mistake. Mafia 1. Okay, but where can we find him? Kangxi, huh? I have received confirmation that the boy is in Seoul. I don't care if the entire city burns because of him. Do whatever it takes. Spare nothing. That boy must not leave this place alive. Mafia 2. Don't worry. This boy won't survive. We will get him back to his parents very soon. He escaped once, but he won't escape this time. This time, there is no Mafia King to protect him. Let's see who will save him from us. Wow! This place is so beautiful. Here's food is so good. This is what I was missing in Spain. Now I understand why I have always dreamt about this place. Because my heart was always there and I always wanted to come here. Finally, I'm in Seoul. Spread his arms. Seoul! Sarangi! He was Park Jimin, billionaire's only son. He was Korean but living in Spain with his family. His family shifted there for their business. His parents never let him go alone without a guard. Because of his safety, he had everything. except freedom. He didn't have any friend. Mostly he talked with himself. He always wanted to see the world, but without any restrictions. As soon as his parents went to the confidential business trip for a month, he flew to Seoul without informing anyone. He didn't even brought any cards with him. He tricked them and secretly came here. He wanted to start his solo trip from his native country. He was happily roaming on the street of Seoul while wearing headphones and drinking mocha. He was hanging a sling bag. He was walking in his own company without realizing someone was keeping his eyes on him and following him since he bought the flight. A man carrying a little 2-year-old baby tapped on his shoulder. Man, excuse me? Jimin turned to him. Yes, man. Can you help me, please? It's really very urgent. Jimin smiled. Of course I will. Tell me, what can I help? Men, nothing much. Just take care of my baby for a few minutes. I have to go to the washroom and I can't take him with me. Jimin hesitated. Me and baby? No. But before he could refuse him, Men forcefully handed over baby to him. Men, it's really so urgent. I can't wait for more. I will be back soon. Gave him a note. Call me if I take too much time. Ran from there. Jimin. Hello, mister. What's your name? How can you leave your baby with a stranger? I can't handle him. Please come back. Hey, mister. Tried to follow him, but he disappeared. Where did he go this fast? Maybe he was really in a hurry. Looked down at baby. Now what should I do with you? You are so tiny. I'm scared to hold you. Stay calm until your dad returns. I seriously have no idea how to deal with babies. I have never seen any baby by this close. You're so cute. Gently pulled his cheeks. You have so soft, round cheeks. Oh, your cheeks are really so soft. What's your name, baby? Face palmed himself. How can you tell me your name? You can't speak. Baby pulled Jimin's cheeks. Cookie! Jimin shocked. You speak? Really? You can speak in this young age? I can't believe it. Cookie. Chop! Pulled Jimin's cheeks and started sucking. Jimin. I'm not your food. Leave my cheeks. Gently pushed Cookie and freed himself. You aren't as innocent as I thought. You are so naughty. Cookie tried to pull Jimin's cheeks. Chop! Jimin yanked his head up. No soft. By the way, where did your dada stuck? Cookie. Cookie, no dada. Cookie, uncle. Soft. Jimin. What did you say? I don't understand. And what's soft? You won't get my cheeks. I'm not your food. Cookie raised his hands to pull Jimin's cheeks. No, chop. Jimin, hey, don't touch my cheeks. I didn't touch your. Showed him punch. I'm black belt in Taekwondo. I will defeat you. Don't know when will your dad come. Suddenly heard a blast. What was that? He turned around and found a building collapsed and crowd was running here and there to save their lives. He threw the mocha, hugged Cookie tightly, and started running as fast as he could. He heard the firing sounds, and people who were running beside him started collapsing with blood. He was running in zigzag, so shooters, all the targets were missing. He was completely hiding Cookie in his chest. While running, he came to a shop and hid himself. He slowly looked outside through a window and found some masked men were standing there while holding their guns. He quickly came back and hid himself along with Cookie. Jimin, what the hell is happening here? Who are they? Why are they killing innocent people? Looked at Cookie. Oh no, your dad must be searching us. I think I should inform your dad. But how will I inform him? Oh yeah, he gave me his number. I put that on my bag. He opened his bag and took out the note which that man gave him. But when he opened the note, he was shocked because there wasn't a mobile number, there was a message. This boy's life is in danger. Some people want to kill him. Keep him safe with you, and no matter what happens, don't give him to anyone. When everything will be under control, we will come to pick him. Till then, hide in any safe place. This boy is very precious. Please protect him. Jimin widened his eyes. What? So this firing is for this boy? They want to kill him? But why? Why do they want to kill this innocent child? What enmity can they have with him? That man give me his responsibility. Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you. I will keep you with me until someone come to pick you up from me. But first, we have to go from here. He was about to leave when he heard the sound of some people coming towards him and he hid himself behind the big carton boxes. But Cookie kept making noise, due to which their chances of getting caught increased. Jimin looked at Cookie. Shh! Keep quiet! We are in danger! Cookie touched Jimin's cheeks. Shaft, shaft! Jimin, here people have come to kill us and he is busy in playing with my cheeks. Now how do I silence him? Leader, go and check everywhere. That child shouldn't escape from here. Shopkeeper, here is no child. You guys must have some misunderstanding. With great difficulty, I have arranged all this stuff alone. Please don't destroy them. I have to feed my family. Leader looked at shopkeeper. We aren't here to harm anyone. We just want that child. Looked at his men. Don't touch anything. Look at from above. Jimin signed in relief. Ash. Leader, what's in those big carton boxes? Go and check them. Shopkeeper, nothing, just groceries are there. I'm waiting for my son to arrange them. Leader, we will check that by ourselves. Went there. Shopkeeper, wait, let me open them. These are very expensive products. Jimin, in mind, they are coming here. Now what should I do? How will I? protect him, and he doesn't stop making noise. Looked here and there. What should I do? What should I do? I have to think fast. I don't have time. Idea. Looked at Cookie. You want to suck my cheeks? Showed his cheeks. Eat them. As soon as he showed Cookie his cheeks, he immediately took it into his mouth and started sucking. With his other hand, he started pulling his other cheeks. Jimin engaged Cookie, but still he was making sounds. He removed his jacket and carefully wrapped around Cookie and his face, trying to control the voice. Now only a soft muffled voice was coming. Shopkeeper came there with men. They started unboxing the carton boxes. Jimin was praying. He was so scared. Shopkeeper saw Jimin hiding there. He couldn't see their faces because of the jacket, but Cookie's leg was showing. He understood Jimin and Cookie were there. He placed the bubble wrap sheets on Jimin, which they tore while unwrapping the box, and started coughing to bury Cookie's voice under his loud cough. No one doubted on him because he was an old man. They checked the boxes. There was nothing except some groceries and glass dishes. Soon they all left to search Cookie without saying anything. As soon as they left, shopkeeper checked them. When he saw them leaving in their vehicles, he again came to the carton boxes, but by then Jimin had left from there with Cookie. It was already dark. The moon was glowing in the sky. Jimin was walking while still carrying Cookie in his arms. He was very careful. He didn't let anyone to touch Cookie. His cheeks turned red. He didn't know where he was going. He was just walking. Cookie. Soft, soft, warm. Jimin, angrily looking at him. You pulled and bite my cheeks. Now you are saying they are warm? Cookie started laughing, looking at Jimin. Stop laughing. Here we are stuck and you are laughing. Keep quiet. Cookie. Zed. Jimin, do you even know your life is in danger? And so many people are searching you with guns. Cookie, while laughing. Gun. Jimin, you are making me angry. Cookie pressed Jimin's both cheeks in between his tiny baby hands. Soft, no, angry. Soft, happy. Kissed on his cheeks and hugged him tightly. Jimin, you don't want to see me sad? Patted Cookie's head. You're so cute and innocent. How can anyone even think to harm you? Don't worry, I will protect you and safely drop you at your home. I know nothing about this city, and cherry on the top, my mobile is also switched off. I forgot to charge it in the morning. I was too excited to see the city. Look, there are few people. Maybe they can help us. He was walking towards the house where lots of people were standing and talking with each other. But before he could go to them, a man who was wearing ninja hoodie pulled him and pinned him on the wall while covering his mouth. Jimin quickly hid Cookie under his jacket. His breath held and eyes widened to see the man in front of him. His gloved hand was big enough to cover his whole face. Hood was completely covering his face. His heart began to pound. Even in the cold of December, he began to sweat like he would in June. He had tightly held Cookie to his chest. His small eyes were about to come out. He was so terrified. Suddenly he heard the familiar voice. Man completely hid him under himself and said, Hooded man, shh, don't make noise, said in deep husky voice. Leader, go and check him in the entire city. I got the confirmation that boy is in the city. Men, but boss, we searched for him everywhere. He isn't in the city. Maybe you got the wrong information. Leader, that can't be possible. Keep searching and shoot him as soon as he appears. We won't leave the city until we kill him. Move. Hearing leader's voice, he recognized it was the leader who wanted to kill Cookie. Hooded man dragged Jimin with himself to the other side of the road. When he saw a little busy road, he left Jimin. Jimin pushed him. Who are you? Don't you dare to come closer to me. Took a stance. I know Taekwondo. Hooded man, I don't want to harm you. Give me the baby. Jimin, baby? Hugged Cookie tightly. So you are also one of those men who wanted to harm this baby? I won't let you harm this baby. Don't you have the slightest shame? How can you even think of harming him? Just look at his face. Showed him Cookie's face. Hooded man, shut up. Removed his hood and mask. Cookie looked at him. Dada! Jimin, shocked. Dada? Hooded man took Cookie from him. Dada, I don't want to harm him. He's my son. Jimin, then who was that man who gave him to me? Hooded man, he was my friend. Jimin, oh, so now you got your son. I'm free. I'm going. Walked away. Cookie looked at Jimin. Chopped. Jimin looked at Cookie. Stay with your dad. Bye. Hooded man without looking at him. Well, those men are searching for you too, as they saw you with my son. Jimin came back to him. Baby, you were missing me. I'm thinking to stay with you until you both safely reach your home. Hooded man, you can go. Jimin, I can't go. I'm black belt in Taekwondo. I will protect you too. Hooded man, drama king, dropped Cookie on his feet. Jimin, why are you dropping him on the road? He isn't this heavy, Dad. You can't carry him. He can't walk. Widened his eyes, seeing Cookie walking. He can walk? Hooded man, of course he can. Do you think he's disabled? He hates when someone carries him. He likes to walk independently. Jimin, but he's too small to walk. He's just a tiny baby. Hooded man, he isn't a tiny baby. He is 2 years old. Jimin rolled his eyes. 2 years old is a baby too. Hooded man, whatever. Started walking. Jimin, whatever? You hooded ninja? Cookie grabbed Jimin's finger with his full hands. Soft, walkie. Jimin looked at Cookie. Oh, you are so cute. I can't believe you are this rude Goldie's son. Looked looked at hooded men who walked without looking at them. Hey, you rude Goldie Ninja! Where are you going? Wait for us! Ran to him with Cookie. They all were walking. While walking, they all came near the yacht. Jimin looked at hooded men who suddenly stopped while walking. Note: don't ask me where did the yacht come from when Seoul is a landlocked city, because I don't know either. It was needed for the story, so I used it. Don't waste your precious mind in thinking and enjoy the story. Jimin: why did you stop? Hooded man: because the road has finished. Jimin: the road has finished means? Hooded man looked at him. Are you blind? Can't you see where are we? Jimin finally looked forward. Yacht! You brought us to the yacht? Hooded man: do you have money? Jimin: of course I have. I'm a billionaire. Hooded man: go and buy tickets. Jimin: why do I buy ticket for you? Hooded man: don't ask question. Do what I said to you. Don't you remember that our lives are in danger? Those goons are thirsty for our blood. Jimin: okay, I will go, but first say please. Showed him his cards. Hooded man: I would never say please to a clown. Jimin: who did you call a clown? Hooded man: the person to whom I told this understood this very well. Cookie cupped his own face. Shop, please. Jimin: ah, you are more intelligent than your dada. Just for you, I will buy tickets. Looked at his cards. Which card should I use? Hooded man snatched his cards. You can't use them. Go and buy with cash. Jimin: no, I will use my cards. And who are you to tell me what should I use or not? Try to get back his cards. Return my cards to me. Hooded man broke them and gave to him. Here are your cards. Happy? Now go and buy tickets before yacht leaves from here. Pushed him. Go fast. We don't have time to waste. Jimin: I, boiling in anger. I hate you. I will definitely take my revenge from you. Angrily left while bubbling in anger. Cookie looked at hooded man. Dada, mad, soft. Dada, why breaky? Hooded man: just for some time you stayed with him, you started speaking his language? Shh. Don't you dare to argue with me. Don't forget, I'm your dad. You're my son, not his. Cookie angry pout. Bad dada. Jimin brought the tickets and they all went to the entrance. The yacht glowed like a floating dream against the dark ocean, light shimmering as if the stars themselves had descended for the New Year Eves. Music spilled from the deck, rich and loud, but at the entrance stood two guards with crossed arms and unreadable expressions. Only couples were allowed inside, no exceptions. They stopped Jimin there. Guard 1, tickets please. Jimin confidently floating the tickets while looking at hooded men like he was doing any favor. Here are the tickets. 3 entries. Guard 2 raised his eyebrow. Where is your partner? Jimin: partner? I don't have any partner. I came here alone. This cute tiny baby is with me. And the last entry is for this homeless beggar. I felt mercy on him and brought a ticket for him too. He was begging for it and didn't ready to leave my legs. This homeless beggar had never even dreamed of a yacht. So I thought of doing some charity. My heart is so big. So that's why are three tickets. Now move and let us enjoy the party. If you want, then you can keep this homeless beggar here. At least this useless man help you in greeting the guests, said Cecily. Card 1. Homeless beggar? Looked at hooded man. But he doesn't look like a homeless beggar at all. Jimin. Yeah, because I have also given him good clothes. I'm not praising myself at all, but I have such a big heart. I do small charities like this, but I have never been proud of myself. Now move. Got to. Sorry, sir, you can't go inside. Jimin. Why? Oh, I forget. You don't allow beggars, right? Looked at hooded man. It's okay, you can throw him out. I don't have any problem. Guard 1. Sorry, sir. We only accept a couple entries for New Year party as you don't have your partner, so you can't enter. Jimin. What nonsense is this? Why can't I enter? I have tickets. If you have such type of condition, you should have told me this earlier. Now, when I have already brought the tickets, you are telling me about the couple entries rule? That's not fair. Do you know I can sue you for this? You better don't mess with me. I'm a law student. I can close this yacht of yours forever. You don't even know about my power. Got to. Your ticket clearly states that this party is for couples only. Non couples aren't allowed. If you brought these tickets without checking, we can't do anything about it. If you want, you can get a refund. Jimin. Do you think I'm a homeless beggar like him who wants a refund? Keep your refund to yourself. Now I will sue you. Now I will show you who you have messed with. I won't leave you. I will drag you to court. Hooded man grabbed Jimin's hand and pulled him closer to himself. Honey, now spit the anger. Why are you boiling your blood? They don't know you, but I know you very well. Don't be mad. Jimin stomped on his foot and pushed him. Don't you dare to touch me, you bloody homeless beggar. Hooded man, what are you saying, my love? I know it's my fault, but I am your husband. Jimin, what husband? Have you ever seen your face? I won't keep you as my servant and you are dreaming of becoming my husband. You won't have the capability to become my husband even in your all the next lives. God 1. That means you aren't husbands? Jimin, of course not. There is a huge difference between us. How can you even think that this homeless beggar would be my husband? I don't even know his name. Hooded man, Jagya. How can you even forget my name? I'm your husband, Yoongi. Looked at Cookie. He's a 2-year-old son. Jimin widened his eyes. Ah, how much do you lie? Looked at Cars. Don't believe him. He's lying. Neither am I his husband, nor is this child mine. Yoongi, sweetheart, now you are wasting everyone's time. How can you deny to accept your own son? I know that you are angry with me, but why are you taking out your anger on this child? What wrong did he do? Jimin, shut up! Stop your lying! Once I said I'm not your husband, then I'm not. Set this in your mind. Looked at cards. You are useless. Where is your senior? I want to talk with him. Went to the side. Jungi looked at cards. Actually, he's my husband. He's just mad with me. Because of it, he's denying to accept me. Got one. But why was he so angry? Jungi, I forgot to bring him flowers. Got two. That's it? You can buy the flowers right now. We have so many flowers. Jungi, I can't. He has broken all my cards and taken away the cash. I'm totally dependent on him. He's suing everyone, whomever he has met today. Card 1. I can't believe this. How can someone be angry over just a bunch of flowers? Jungi, you must not have any experience of relationships. Got to. I can completely understand you, bro. I'm married and my wife throws me out for small reasons. I can really understand your pain. Jungi, thank you so much. Now please allow us, otherwise he won't let the yacht to move. Guard 1. If you really are his husband, then prove it. Jungi, you want proof? Fine. I will give you the proof. He went to Jimin, who was looking for Senior with furious eyes. Jungi pulled him by his waist before anyone could process what was happening. He closed the distance. He gently cupped Jimin's face and placed his thumb against Jimin's lips. Jimin's eyes widened. His face flustered to see Jungi this close to him. He tried to push him, but Jungi was holding his waist tightly. He leaned towards his lips and kissed on his thumb over his lips, perfectly angled, so it looked like he kissed Jimin. Cookie quickly closed his eyes with his both hands with sweet smile. After a few minutes, he pulled out and looked at cards. Jungi, now you believe that we are husbands? Just look at his flustered face. If he wasn't my husband, he wouldn't have let me kiss him. He would be angry, not flustered like this. Got to. Right. You both can go. We understood that it was just a couple fight. Jungi grabbed Jimin's wrist and held Cookie's hand. Thank you so much. Let's go, Jagya. I will buy you so many beautiful flowers next year. They all came inside and saw some couples were dancing, so some were drinking and having food. Yunmin sat on the empty chairs. Jimin ordered their food. Cookie found some kids. Their moms were lovingly feeding them. They were calling them Mama. Jungi brought him back to their table. Jimin, how dare you to kiss me? Jungi, are you dumb? I didn't kiss you. I just kissed my thumb. I will never kiss an ugly person like you. But for our survival, I had to do this trick to believe the guards that we are couples. Jimin, whom did you call ugly? Have you seen your face? Jungi, I don't need to. I know myself well enough. Fed Cookie a small bite. Jimin, shocked. He could eat too? Jungi, of course he can. What do you think? He survived on air and your nonsense talk? Jimin, I mean he's so small to eat. Yungi, how many times do I need to tell you that he isn't a small, he is a 2 years old? Jimin, and how many times do I need to tell you that 2-year-old is also a baby? Place a spoonful food in front of Cookie's mouth. Will you eat with my hand? Cookie ate the food and clapped, Mama! Yungi, wow, you got promotion? Said while eating. Jimin pulled Cookie on his lap. Hey, little boy, I'm not your mama. Cookie hugged him tightly. Mama, mama, mama. Yungi, his name is Cookie, not a little boy. Jimin, Cookie? Oh, when I asked his name, he said Cookie. I thought he saw cookies. Yungi, because you are dumb. Cookie looked at Yungi. Mama, no dumb, dada dumb. Yungi, you little brat. You're calling your dada dumb just for a stranger? Jimin, because he is smart enough to understand who is really dumb. You are doing good, Cookie. I'm so proud of you. With that, they all had their dinner while bickering and roasting each other. Cookie tried to feed both of them with his tiny baby hands. He was having his best life with them. Yacht was gliding on the ocean. Jimmy and Cookie were standing at the edge of the yacht, enjoying the view in the full moonlight. Yungi was watching them with their room's window. Suddenly, yacht started shaking. Jimin clung Cookie tightly on his chest. He tried to move. Everyone came outside. Yacht started shaking more and few people fell in ocean along with Jimin and Cookie. Yacht started sinking. Yungi didn't waste the time and jumped on ocean to save Jimin and Cookie. Time skipped in the morning. Morning came softly, sunlight slipping through the leaves and warming the sand. Waves were gently hitting shore. Birds were chirping. Jimin slowly opened his eyes and said, Jimin, did I reach heaven or still inside the fish stomach? Yungi, savagely, heaven? Even hell scarred threw you out. They didn't allow you in hell. Jimin, absent-mindedly, so I'm in a fish's stomach? Yungi, even fish puked you. Jimin looked at Yungi. Excuse me, you rude coldie. Yungi, even fishes have standards. They wouldn't eat undigested food like you. Jimin, not again. Now I have to bear you. Yungi, be thankful that I saved your life. Now I have to bear your this ugly face and hear your ugly voice. Jimin said, Ugly? Have you seen your face in this early in the morning? Yungi, no, I have seen the worst. I saw your face. Jimin, do you know how many people have desire to see my face early morning? It's the rare blessing of God. Yungi, you are a billionaire, right? Jimin flipped his hair. Of course I am. There is no doubt. Yungi, do you know good psychiatrist? Jimin, not only psychiatrist, I know orthopedic, cardiologist, nephrologist, neurologist, neurology surgeon, ophthalmology, audiology, chiropractor, oncology, radiologist, pathologist, organologist. Yungi, stop it, you chatterbox. If you know so many doctors, then why don't you Get yourself treated. Jimin, I don't have any illness. Yoongi, you have the biggest illness, thinking yourself as the best. Jimin looked at him. You! Cookie ran to him. Mama, 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 Wiki, Wiki. Jimin looked at Cookie, who was dressed up as tribal. Cookie, what happened to you, baby? Cookie, Dada, Shadi, Cookie. Cookie no good, mama. Jimin, no, Cookie is looking like a prince in this feather crown and this seashell necklace. But where are your clothes? Cookie, Cookie clothes wet. Dada dry, Cookie clothes. Lifted his hand towards his clothes. Jimin, oh, I want water. Cookie grabbed Jimin's finger with his full hand. Mama, water? Cookie, water, mama. Mama, come, Cookie. Cookie took Jimin at the shore where waves were hitting the shores. Cookie lifted his tiny baby finger and said, Cookie, Mama, water. Jimin, Cookie, Mama needs water for drinking. This water is salty. Mama can't drink it. Cookie looked at Jimin. Mama, no, go. Cookie, come, water. Dinky, Mama. Ran to Yoongi. Jimin, Ash, this boy is still so energetic. Looked at clean water. Here's water is so clean. I can easily see under the water. Cooking while pulling Yoongi's arm. Dada, come, Mama, jinky, water. Yoongi, if he is thirsty, then what can I do in it? Cookie, Dada, tasty water tree. Lifted his finger on coconut tree. Yoongi, no ways. I'm not gonna do anything for that ugly clown. Let down on the ground and covered his eyes with his arms. Don't disturb me. Come and take vitamin D. It's very important for the body. Cookie, Cookie strong. Dada, no tasty water tree, Mama. Cookie, tasty water tree, Mama. Yoongi looked at Cookie. Don't know what magic has that ugly clown done to my son. He started dancing on his finger. Cookie went to coconut tree and started throwing small pebbles to coconut which weren't even reaching at it. Yoongi went to him and said, Yoongi, enough of your drama. You will hurt yourself. Snatched the pebbles from his hand. Cookie, Mama, jinky water. Yoongi gave him coconut which he already plucked in the morning. Here is coconut. Give it to your mama. It's heavy. Be careful. Cookie, Cookie strong. Dada, no worry. Mama. Cookie, tasty water, Mama. Jimin turned to Cookie. Cookie, don't run, baby. You will fall. Here are so many bubbles. Cookie, tasty water, Mama. Mama, jinky water. Jimin took the tender coconut from his hand. What's this? I want to drink water, not coconut water. I don't like its taste. Yoongi, then drink sea water. Jimin, I only drink mineral water. Yoongi, be thankful that you are getting something edible in this deserted island. Don't complain. Jimin sat on the ground. I came to have fun, but because of you, I'm stuck on this deserted island. Yoongi, I will safely take you out of here. After that, I don't want to see your ugly face. Cookie shouted,
Mama, Dada, no fighting.
Yungi, he started first. I only helped him. This ungrateful clown. Jimin, see Cookie, this rude oldie man again called me clown. Cookie sat on the ground in front of Jimin.
Mama, no listen, Dada. Dada, dumb. Cookie smart. Mama, jinky, tisty, water.
Jimin, only for you I am drinking it. Drunk a little. Actually it's not that bad. It's good. Drunk and threw the coconut shell. Cookie brought the empty coconut shell.
Mama, no true. Tisty food.
Jimin, there is nothing. It's empty, Cookie. Cookie snatched the coconut shell from his hand. He is talking about coconut cream. Toward the coconut. Here, have it. Jimin first time tasted coconut cream and he liked it. He fed Cookie too. Shungi was looking at them while they were enjoying coconut cream. Time skipped after few days. A few days passed. Jimin helped Yunki to get the food and making boats so that they could go from here. While spending time with each other and bickering, they came closer to each other. They got feelings. Cookie was so happy. Jimin was happy too. Being a billionaire, he couldn't even think that he could survive without a gadget for an hour. Right now, Yungi was sitting near the fireplace. The sound of waves hitting the shore was coming. Stars were twinkling in the sky. Moon was glowing. Cookie was sleeping peacefully with Jimin. Jimin opened his eyes and saw Yungi was sitting near the fireplace. He went to him and said, Jimin, why aren't you sleeping, Mr. Rude Goldie? Yungi placed the wood beside him. Nothing, I couldn't sleep. Jimin sat on the foot beside him. You know, I always wonder why people want to do solo trips. Why do they enjoy nature? Yungi, nature is the healer. It can heal your all the wounds. Jimin, if you had told me this earlier, my answer would have been that you're crazy. This can't be possible. But today, when I have seen nature so closely myself, I can definitely say that you are right. Yungi, at least on this topic, we both agreed with each other. Jimin, I was born with luxury. My parents never let me stay alone. All the time I was surrounded with the cars. Because of that, people didn't friendship with me. Yungi, that's good. Nowadays, people are so mean. You can't trust anyone. Whom you will trust today, tomorrow they will become the reason of your pain. They will snatch your everything from you. Jimin, maybe you are right. Can I ask a question? Yungi, ask. Jimin, who is Cookie? Why are those goons are behind him to kill him? What does he do to them? Cookie easily adjusted in this rough atmosphere without falling sick. How is this possible? Yungi, you asked 4 questions instead of one. Your math is very weak. Jimin, stop correcting my maths and answer me. I'm so curious and confused as well. Yungi took a deep breath. Cookie isn't my son. Cookie is my twin brother's son. My twin brother helped his best friend. He helped him in every way. He brought him in his home, gave him shelter. My sister in law offered him food. She was the doctor. When he came to our home, he was badly injured. She helped him. treated his wounds, but he betrayed him. He attacked them. They couldn't understand that it was the plan to trap them. His men trapped my brother and sister in law in a house, and he himself set the house in the fire when my sister in law was on her due date of delivery. But they say, whom God protects, no one can harm. They escaped from there with the help of some strangers. They kept them in a safe place. There she delivered Cookie. Jimin, how can someone be this cruel? How can someone betray the person who saved his life? Yoongi, there is no value of emotions. The person you help today will be the cause of your ruin tomorrow. It's the universal truth. Jimin, where are your brother and sister in law? Yoongi, they are no more. They died the day when Cookie was born. They were badly burned. Maybe it was only for Cookie's birth that they came out alive from there. Now he wanted to kill Cookie too. Jimin, gosh, this much hatred? It means the day he was born, he became orphan. Yoongi looked at Jimin. Cookie isn't an orphan. He is my son. Don't you dare to use this word again. I will pull out your tongue. Jimin, sorry, I didn't mean that. Yoongi looked at Cookie, who was sleeping. Don't know I will be able to give him a normal childhood or not. From past 2 years we are running away from him and his men. Don't know how I will give him both mom and dad's love. Jimin placed his hand on Yoongi's shoulder. Don't doubt yourself. You are doing great. Cookie is alive and smiling just because of your efforts. You are the best data. I have full trust in you. You aren't alone. I will help you in raising him. Although I have no knowledge about children, but I will still do as much as I can. Yoongi hugged him tightly. Thank you. Jimin hugged him and closed his eyes. Don't worry, everything will be alright. Cookie will get everything. We will raise him together. Time skipped after 2 days. 2 days passed. Yunmin made the boat with the help of wood and successfully reached at the land. But this time in Busan, they were walking on the street, trying to search for a place to stay tonight. It was dark. Cookie was with them. They need shelter. Suddenly, a few men attacked them. Jimin quickly carried Cookie in his arms. Yoongi pushed him aside. Yoongi was fighting with them without any weapon. Jimin was shocked to see Yoongi fighting like a warrior. He understood Yoongi wasn't a normal man. Yoongi killed everyone. His hood was covering his face. Kang Ya was watching everything and sitting in his bulletproof car. When he saw Yoongi killed his men, he sent more men, but soon they all collapsed. Some attacked Cookie. Jimin tied Cookie tightly on his back with the help of jacket. Cookie was hugging Jimin's neck. He was black belt in Taekwondo. This was the time when he could use his Taekwondo lesson. He joined Yoongi. Yoongi was impressed with Jimin's fighting skill. Soon both of them finished all the men. They both were injured and bleeding too. But Cookie was safe. Kang Ha secretly shot Yoongi's arm. He fell on the floor. Jimin, while fighting, Yoongi! Yoongi, I'm fine. Don't stop. It's nothing. Kang Ha shot again on his shoulder. You are too stubborn. Walk to Yungi. Let me see now who the new protector this little creature got. Removed Yungi's hood and took a back step out of fear. Sugar? You are alive? How is this possible? Yungi looked at him and smirked while spitting blood. Until you are alive, how can I die? See, huh? I'm your death. I made the biggest mistake to help you. Today I will correct my mistake by sending you to hell. Kangziha, you escaped once, but you won't today. Today I will destroy your entire family. Yungi, a jackal can never become a lion. Jackals need a pack to hunt, but lion hunt alone. A jackal can never kill a lion. They both started fighting with each other. Yungi was injured but still blocking Kang Si-hyang's all the moves. On the other hand, Jimin was tackling with men. Cookie was crying to see Yungi in blood. He kept looking at Yungi. Kang Si-hyang shot Cookie from behind when Jimin was busy in fighting, but Yungi came in between and took the bullet on his chest. Jimin turned around and saw Yungi's chest was bleeding. He held Yungi's hand. Yungi, love you. Fell on the ground and eyes shut down. Cookie,
Nana!
Jimin, no! Kang Si-hyang again shot, but this time Jimin dodged. He picked the gun from the ground and shot him. Jimin, shoot him. This one is for Cookie's parents. Again shoot him. This one is for your ungratefulness. Again shoot him, but this time on his forehead. And this one is for my love. Yungi opened his eyes. Cookie? Cookie.
Nana! Cookie here!
Yungi looked at Cookie with blurry vision. Are you alright? Cookie smiled.
Cookie fine. Mama fighting bad uncles. Took a stand of boxing. Dada fine?
Yungi. Cookie's fine, so Dada is fine too. He looked around the room but couldn't find Jimin there. He thought maybe he'll leave there. He hid his real identity from him. He was in thought just then. He was pulled in a small kiss. Cookie quickly closed his eyes with his tiny baby hands while smiling. Yungi looked at Jimin with shocked eyes. Soon Jimin pulled out. Yungi, you? Jimin, don't look at me like this. You may not remember, but you had proposed to me before collapsing. It was my reply. Now get well soon. We have to marry. Yungi, Jimin, you don't know I'm a... Jimin, hidden mafia. Your brother was the mafia king and Cookie is a heir. That's why they wanted to kill Cookie. You had been following me ever since I boarded the flight for Seoul. You kept your eyes on me because you needed a person who could safely keep Cookie with himself. Your right-hand man handed over Cookie to me. You broke my cards because you didn't want me to leave any clue behind myself. You were your brother's twin, so you were forced to remain hidden. You were made your brother's shadow to protect him from all the danger, and you were used as a secret weapon. Chunki, how do you know? Right-hand man entered inside. I told him the truth. Yeah, I know this should be secret, but he saved your life. He deserved to know the truth. And moreover, I didn't want you to lose your love because of this mafia life. Yoongi looked at Jimin. This won't be easy. Your life will always be in danger. Jimin, don't forget I'm black belt in Taekwondo. I know very well how to protect myself and you too. I'm Cookie's mama. I promised you that I will accompany you in raising Cookie. Chunky, but your parents? Jimin, I already convinced them they won't have any problem with our marriage. In fact, they are busy preparation for a grand wedding. Once you will be fine, we will get married. Cookie happily jumping while clapping.
Yee! Cookie, Mama, Dada, Maddie. Cookie, dancey. Flower, ring, kissy. Cookie, Mama, together. Cookie, happy.
Time skipped after 2 years. 2 years happily passed. Yunmin had a grand wedding. Now Cookie became a young of TT. Today was New Year's Eve. They all were celebrating together. T was busy in dancing and Cookie was busy in protecting him because he recently started walking independently. Yoongi was busy in setting the firework. Cookie,
Mama, see, Titi isn't listening to Cookie.
Yoongi, while setting the fireworks, look, who is complaining about not listening? Ask him, when did he listen to us? Cookie,
Cookie always listen to smart people like Mama.
Yoongi, so you mean I'm not smart? Cookie,
Dada is dumb. Only Cookie and Mama are smart.
Jimin entered with snacks. You both started again? Cookie,
Mama, your dumb husband is arguing with Cookie instead of stopping Titi.
Jimin, I know baby, my dumb husband is half-minded. See, Mama brought the snacks. Now we both will enjoy the fireworks while eating tasty snacks and welcoming New Year. Yoongi looked at T. Titi, come here. See, your Mama and Hang made the group against Dada. Titi should be in Dada's team. T looked at Yoongi.
No,
Again started dancing. Yoongi questioning his existence. What kind of mafia king am I? Even this tiny dance machine doesn't listen to me. The whole world is afraid of me, but my own family doesn't respect me. Jimin, poor mafia. As soon as New Year's countdown has started, the sky had filled with colorful fireworks. Yoongi pulled Jimin in his arms and enjoying the fireworks. There, both the sons were happily watching the fireworks while dancing and eating the snacks. Sometimes, destiny waves two souls together in ways so unexpected that their meeting feels impossible, yet their paths collide exactly as fate intended. One New Year, Jimin walked into Yoongi's life, turning his incomplete, colorless world into a canvas bursting with life, providing Cookie the love and warmth of a mom that he was missing. And when another New Year arrived, destiny wasn't finished yet. It completed his family, bringing Titi and sealing their story as the lights faded and the screen gently went black. Happy New Year 2026, everyone! True strength isn't measured by power, or wealth, but by the courage to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Love can grow in the most unexpected places, even amidst danger and chaos. Family isn't always bound by blood, it's built through trust, care, and sacrifice. And sometimes the greatest treasures are not riches, but the bonds we share and the lives we save. The end. Author's note. That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. It was the requested story for one shot. I hope I didn't disappoint you. This story has drama, love, romance, cute bickering, emotions, kids' innocence, support, trust, action, mystery. I have literally added all the emotions as much as I can. It was based on the nomadic life of a mafia. How can a child suffers because of their rivalry? Sometimes destiny brings two people together in a very unexpected way. Who was made for each other? Both humans' worlds were totally opposite of each other, but they were destined to meet, so they met through Cookie. Cookie got his parents once again along with her baby brother. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with a new story. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share, and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.